today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Rankin. He finds Corey Davis. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Again, it's Henry. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A toss left, Henry. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Rankin, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an
Had
interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Lock gets ready to go at their own 24. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Lock. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually. Like many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And while all of that, and now as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with the victory a week ago.
I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did.
He'll take this to the 46.
A feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weaver. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Rankin. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Rankin, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Up the middle, Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And inside give to Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. He'll buy some time right. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Lock exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Here we go. Yellow, 22.
Throwing on first down. Rankin. His throw incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down. Rankin. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here's Jones again on second down.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We begin up at First Energy Stadium, the LA Chargers paying a visit to take on Cleveland. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in that one. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check out the Packers at home, Lambeau. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Chris Carson has a touchdown run. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Block off a play action. Out to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now to the air. Lock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
From midfield, here's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Divine Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Rankin. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
And oh, it's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go.
Just shy of the 30.
He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He hits his target, Lockett.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. After the penalty, it's Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here's a Tennessee native from just outside of Memphis, Ken Walker.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing now is Locke.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
No surprise to see a sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
So pass interference, the call there, always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Titans now just about ready to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They begin with Henry.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The sack there. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Second down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
The give is to Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jones. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This will get the lead up to 7. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this will stay a 4-point game. So now the Titans down on the scoreboard. A little under 1:50 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Davis. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Seahawks, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.